Hi, hello, we're late, so let's watch the Clayface trailer, shall we? This took a little bit longer than expected. I was watching Michael, and I will make a review for that tomorrow, so stay tuned for that on the channel. You can also check out my review on Letterboxd. You can check out the link on my Letterboxd in the description of this video, so you can check that out if you want to. I think it's a pretty good review. Thoughts on the film? I might have to rewatch it just to flesh everything out. Anyway, Clayface. I've been very excited for this film. For the longest time, this has been one of my most anticipated DC films in a while. It's very different from what we were getting. First of all, in the DCU, we got Creature Commandos, which was that animated show focusing on basically a Task Force X type thing, sort of like Suicide Squad type thing, which actually featured Clayface in one of its episodes. And I believe that's the same version we're going to see in this film. Then we have Peacemaker Season 2, which was more of an action comedy type of show. We had Superman, and now we're going to have Supergirl, and then we're going to have our first horror project in the DCU with Clayface. We also got the official poster earlier today before I watched Michael, and that looks phenomenal. With Matt's face just melting off his body. I just can't wait to see this film. It's going to be like a body horror type of film showing Clayface's origin, and it's something I'm very excited to see. I think it's going to be the best comic book movie of the year. Not even DC, not even Marvel, just in general. I think it's going to be the best comic book movie of the year. Anyway, let's watch it. And if you are started for Clayface, don't forget to subscribe down below and leave a like to let me know you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more reactions from me. Ooh, creepy. It was like Two-Face vibes. Ooh. Ooh. Gotham. Ooh, no. I saw that clay figure. God, no. Ooh, it's melting too. Gross. Short and sweet. This looks good. This looks really good. Clayface is said to have like a very tragic origin story, which they seem to be adapting a lot here, especially with all the body horror stuff. Especially that last shot in the bathtub of him just melting his face away. Ooh, gross. And just the music and the editing in the trailer just gave those horror vibes I can't wait to see in this film. So first of all, I'm just gonna read you the synopsis of the movie that we have. Based on a mix of DC comic characters' different origin stories, Clayface will tell the story of an actor who goes through extreme methods after becoming disfigured in an accident. Matt Hagen turns to an offbeat scientist to help him, but things don't go exactly to plan and he winds up becoming, well, Clay. This is similar to how the character is introduced in the DCU project Creature Commandos, where he's a shape-shifting villain who causes the gang all kinds of issues. Looks like this movie will take place a couple of years in the past, showing Matt's origin as how he became Clayface, the same Clayface that we see in Creature Commandos. But this is very interesting that he apparently goes through an accident. I think he gets like jumped or something. He goes to this sketchy scientist to get some sort of treatment, and his skin turns to clay, hence becoming Clayface. The aspect ratio is shorter than I was expecting. Normally it's like the base aspect ratio, but this one is like shorter, which I like. It helps that more eerie feeling that this film will have with all the body horror stuff and all. One of the things I'm most excited to see is how they adapt all the clay figures and weapons and basically the figurine of Clayface, because he has like a very ambitious design. They're not holding back on the body horror, skin melting and stuff. We even saw that one shot of his shadow, just forming up a spike ball on his hand. Just wow. But if this is the same Clayface as in Creature Commandos, I can't wait to see this whole full transformation, how Matt throughout the film becomes that clay monster. So yeah, I'm very excited. The movie is also said to be having a runtime of just under 2 hours, which I think is perfectly fine for this type of film, a lower budget horror film set in the DC universe, our first introduction to the DCU's version of Gotham City in live action. So yeah, I'm very excited. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and comment on what you think of this, and if you are excited for Clayface. I'm George. Peace out. Take care.